There we go.
We're good now?
Yeah.
Can you hear us
Now
now?
we're live. Go full screen for that camera there.
Can you hear the sound, or were we gonna
No,
hear
we're
it?
not going to hear it. We're just talking, and the crowd's going to let us know if they can hear us.
Okay, sweet. Sounds
And hopefully
good. Yeah.
they can hear us right now.
There we go.
Are live at CannExpo. Party's bumping if you can hear it in the background.
Yeah, welcome everyone. We decided to do a little bit of a different live today because we're coming to this trade show here in Toronto called CannExpo. We already saw a lot of our friends. We saw some cool new brands out there, and we decided, hey, why not do the live here this time and do something a little bit different. So there's a lot of sound, there's a lot of noise going on in the background. You guys let us know in the comments if you can't hear us very well. Yeah. We're trying to do our best here, shouting a little bit louder than we usually do.
We're going to be like Joe Rogan side of the ring in the UFC. It's like, oh my God, he hit him with a guillotine, right?
That's right.
So yeah, they're doing some awesome recognition of some influencers in the cannabis space. They had a culinary show earlier today where a chef was live showing you how to prepare some tasty edibles. They've got a new company that's going to be kind of like the Zyn of THC with those pouches in the lower lip for those of you who like nicotine products. So very cool stuff that we've checked out. H, what's caught your eye?
Yeah, that Zyn pouch was definitely something different, which is putting something on between your lip and your teeth, and you just let that THC come out in your mouth. Apparently they're 10 milligrams each. They smelled a little bit too strong to me. I don't know how much of that flavor is going to come out, but that was really interesting. However, what I liked the most was this new package that they have for cannabis here. It's a plastic package, regular round shape. You unscrew the top and you have your cannabis in there, but they have this thing at the top that you unscrew, and it's a grinder. So you can pretty much unscrew that grinder, get that bud from the package, grind it up, and consume it. And it's a package that you don't have to save it. It's just a low quality grinder, but good quality enough that you can just grind your
single use.
Single use grinder, exactly. So that was really cool. Very neat idea. Apparently they even patented that idea. So what about you, Curt? What was the coolest thing that you saw?
It's interesting being at a more consumable side event rather than like a lift where it's very grower focused. So it's kind of the more sexy side of the industry. Got some really cool companies that do like rolling papers. Got some vegan rolling papers here with some really cool branding. There was a cool tester kit for bud tenders where they do a blind review of cannabis, and then your reviews are sent electronically. So you get a bunch of samples. You don't know what the actual weed is. So it prevents somebody from an LP giving their own weed a really good rating and maybe dogging on some of the competitors. I mean, I'm sure some of those LPs, they know their product so well that they could maybe pick it out of that box anyways. But definitely a great idea, right? Like, it's so subjective, and to have an honest review on products is helpful for the consumer. You know, a lot of the rookies come into the grow store or the dispensary and ask for the highest THC. But as you develop a taste and a palate, you kind of want that more robust review.
No, 100%. And that's the thing that people don't realize is that, like, every test should be a blind test, first of all, because then it removes that bias of, like, so you maybe like a brand a little bit more than another one. But like Curtis said, a lot of the times, and I've seen this where there's been studies done and people actually rated the lower THC strains at a better experience because it had better flavor, it had better aroma. In fact, they said that the best predictor of a good experience is actually the smell of the cannabis blend. So if you like the smell, you're likely to have a good experience. If you don't like the smell, most people actually report having a bad experience after as well. So it's really cool to be able to see tests like this being done so that people are now having to be honest and choosing what one is the actual best.
Yeah, I mean, if you picked your alcohol based off of just alcohol percentage, you might be in for a rough morning at least, but you might not enjoy the consumption of it either, right? Their wines are a lower percentage. They have great flavors. I'm a beer guy myself when I do drink. So yeah, lots of different things that the consumer wants to know, and they're solving some of that. We had a cool library of cannabis books that we checked out. What was that one big one on terps actually that she had out there?
Yeah, there was a new book on terpenes that was really cool, and they have some different literature that I didn't even know that talks about legislation, that talks about the history of it, that talks about just culture itself and how to grow cannabis. So yeah, lots of really cool books in this library. I didn't know that there was so much written about cannabis already, and it's cool to see that.
Yeah, so we're in a legal country. Obviously, we've been legal for years now. So this is a preview for those of you in states where it's not quite legal yet, is just less than 10 years ago, we couldn't smoke weed at all outside, definitely not. But now we have a whole conference and people getting together and sharing new business ideas, sharing flower out in the consumption zone, and
tons of samples.
yeah, so it's really cool what happens when legalization happens. It's a big change to wherever it happens. There's a lot of businesses that need to maneuver and change their stuff, but there's lots of good things that come out of it as well. So that's really exciting for me.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's just cool to see where the industry is going, how it evolves. Here in Canada, it's already been legal since 2018. It's been a long time already. And like you said, for the new states out there, a lot of times they don't even have the opportunity to have something like this, but soon enough, it will come to it. And there's other states where it's even more liberal than here in Canada, where events like this, people are smoking all over the place, which is really how this should be, right? It should be a lot more open, but we're coming a long way. And it's really cool to just be able to mix with everyone. Everyone is sharing and everyone is caring. I'm wearing crutches here today. I've already had 5 people ask me if I needed help, you know what I mean? So this type of stuff doesn't happen unless you're part of this space, which is really awesome.
And it's a huge diversity in the crowd itself. Like there's guys in full suits here, and then there's the guy who was doing the living soil stuff, maybe a bit more on the hippie side.
That's right.
But we're all here for that shared love of cannabis. So, it'd be cool to have, more experiences at grower-centric ones, even just for home growers. We don't really have something like that quite yet. So that's something we can maybe look forward to developing ourselves. Who knows?
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll see where it takes us, right? So
yeah.
But guys, anyways, this is going to be a shorter episode. We didn't have any guests planned here for today. Do you have any questions? Do you guys want to make any mentions, anything in the comments?
Yeah, I'm just checking the comments. Troy's here.
Oh, awesome.
Grog Nation's in the house. Calvin Hobbs, Norma G, of course. Sky High Scroggers here. Mad Dog. South Dakota Scroggers. So we got the Scroggers in the house for sure.
Wicked.
I hope everybody's having a great Friday. We got some fun stuff planned with the BudTrainer team.
That's right.
We're growing, but we haven't been able to grow at like a corporation where you see everybody every day. So
that's right.
This is an opportunity for us to have Juliana, who's behind the camera
Sam?
right now.
Where's Sam, by the way? Go get Sam, and then you guys should come into the scene here. Show
BudTrainer team. Raul's doing his Jamie impression.
I know. There's
Look at
Juliana
the jacket
there.
on Juliana too. I love that. It's pimp.
Yeah,
it's very pimp.
BudTrainer. Yeah, it is.
Cam, is it from the stage still?
Hello. We're having technical difficulties here, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Are we good? All right.
Raul's gonna do a great job at this.
Well, by the way, guys,
the original Jamie.
We're doing all of this here with our LTE, like hotspotting from a cell phone to the computer. We thought this was going to be terrible, but it's actually working pretty well. Like the internet from our cell phones these days, this is not bad.
Under 60 seconds.
It is getting good. So Raul will get the full Jamie title one day, but for now, the Jamie Master's sitting in this chair.
That's right.
But yeah, no, it's a cool, very chill environment. So if you're thinking about coming to one of these, I wouldn't suggest going to like a lift if you're a home grower. I think the consumable conferences are probably more fun for those of you who aren't, super nerds like H, wanting to learn the background science of how everything's done. If you're more like me and you just like getting, replenished on your rolling papers, it's a good spot to be.
That's right, exactly. I mean, I like going to all of them just to see what's out there in the cannabis space and new products that people are putting out there, and just really to see the emphasis of the future of this industry. Like, are people going to be consuming more flower? Are people going to be consuming more edibles? Are they going to be consuming more
Pouches
extracts?
only.
pouches, right? Like that's the thing. You don't get to know what's new unless you just come to these events and get to see what's out there, and then get to shake hands, get to meet people that you already knew, get to meet new people that you get to come back and see them again. So it's a small world once you start living in it.
And CannExpo is incredibly smart because what they have that Lift doesn't have, and it's very smart because they got stoners all around here, is food vendors.
That's right.
Right? You have to go outside at Lift, go, find your food. They got you got a food truck right inside the venue.
Yeah, there's one right behind us here. There's another
one
there.
You can get a tattoo right now, actually.
Yeah, you can get tattoos here, everything.
If we get this live up to 100 people, Juliana said that she'll get a BudTrainer tattoo, actually, right now. So if we can share this as far as you can, Juliana, you have to hit that camera over there. Yeah. Is there anybody who has some questions about what's going on here? Otherwise, we might just make this a really short episode because we're kind of stealing the space right now and doing this impromptu thing.
Yeah, I know. I know that the cameraman has already looked at us a couple of times, but I think they're okay. They're cool.
Hazy Susan Scrogger and South Dakota Scrogger both saying Bud Cups coming soon. Can't wait for the Bud Cups.
They will be.
So that's super exciting. We're actually showing some of those off today to some growers, and
they were excited to see them too. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get those out in April. We've got some really. It kills me that we can't say more about this quite yet, but we have something that's going to be a complete game changer.
That will be
for the home growers coming up this summer. We're going to
an event that's going to be like mind blowing.
Yeah, we're going to announce it in April.
April 1st, in like 10 days.
Yeah.
9 days.
And just remember, when we talk about this April 1st, it is not an April Fool's joke.
That's right.
It might seem too good to be true. You might be like, what are Curt and H doing to us? Is this another big bud
Or maybe
clip?
we're setting you up. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's not April Fool's today. We can't lie to them.
Right, I know.
We're trustworthy people. We're better than that.
Are. That's right.
But
so stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm ready to go test out more of the samples that we've got. Juliana is going to show us some pretty cool spot to eat in Toronto here as well.
And today we're not going to be doing a giveaway, guys. We're going to be doing 2 giveaways next week instead. So for those of you who came with the expectation of the giveaway, I'm sorry that we're not going to be doing one today, but next week we should probably do a t-shirt because we're all wearing some nice BudTrainer t-shirts and one of our products next week. So tune in.
Maybe some Bud Cups too.
Maybe some Bud Cups too. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back with a more regular episode next Friday. We have a really cool guest for next Friday, which I'll tease right now. We got Madman Plant in the house.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Week. So he's very well known in the industry itself. He does some cool stuff with training. He's a really awesome content creator as well. Great story. So check out Madman Plant next week on our Friday Live. Hit us with the intro, Raul, and take us off stage while you do that.
Later, guys. Thank you.